it's Jenny. Welcome back to my channel. Guys, I'm so excited for today's video. You guys know how much I love my Dollar Tree, so a lot of the materials that I used in today's video you can find at the Dollar Tree. I just like going there for a lot of my DIYs because it's only $1. They're getting a lot bigger with their crafting section, so I really do like to check it out before I go to like Michael's or Target. Check it out, check it out. Can you believe that we're already like mid-December? It's crazy. We're already almost to Christmas time, and I don't know if you're like me, but I am not done with my Christmas shopping at all. I still have a good amount of people that I still need to shop for. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started with the first DIY. Woo! Alright guys, so for our first Christmas tree DIY, we're going to take some cardstock paper. You're going to fold the paper into halves, hamburger style. You guys probably haven't heard that since elementary. Yeah, unfold it, and then you're going to take your scissors and cut right down the middle line. Then you're only going to use half of this for now so you can save the other one for later. Roll it up into a cone shape. It's totally up to you if you want it to be more narrow or more wide. It's totally your preference. After that, you're going to go ahead and cut the bottom of the cone to make sure that it's straight. You don't want it to look lopsided once you're, starting to put the yarn around the Christmas tree. Guess what, guys? I finally got myself a new hot glue gun. Isn't it so pretty? But anyways, you're gonna go ahead and put a little bit of glue underneath the tab and secure it down so that it doesn't open up while you are in the process of making this project. So what I'm doing here, I'm just opening up my cardstock paper, making sure that it's straight at the bottom. If it's not, just go ahead and cut off the excess of the Christmas tree because you don't want it to be like lopsided again. You want it straight at the bottom. Then you're going to grab your yarn, any yarn you want. I'm just using some scrap yarn that I used for my past DIYs. I'm just gluing it to the tip of the tree because that's kind of like where your starting point is and you don't want it to unravel. Then you're going to use your hot glue and just using that yarn to wrap around the whole cardstock, making sure that I'm covering everything and the pink doesn't show through. All I did was just put a line of hot glue onto the cone. While I'm wrapping the yarn around the cone, it doesn't move around, and I am trying my best to cover up the cone as much as possible. You don't want that cardstock paper to see through.
Nice. I miss those sunny days I spent with you. No matter what the season.
After you're done wrapping your Christmas tree, you're going to grab one of these wooden dowels. I got this from the Dollar Tree. You want to make sure that it is longer than your Christmas tree so that it does look like it has a stem. After that, you're just going to put a little bit of hot glue right where the tip of the dowel is. Then you're going to place it right in the middle of the cone. You do want to make sure that it's straight so it doesn't look lopsided when you're placing down your Christmas tree, but it's totally up to you. Maybe a little lopsided tree would look cute to you. Ta-da! So that's what it currently looks like. Now you're going to grab your natural jute cord, and of course I got this from the Dollar Tree. You're going to grab the little piece and then you're going to wrap that around your Christmas tree, making it look kind of like a garland. I should have wrapped it a little bit more tight around the Christmas tree. It looks like I only did like about 3 or 2 rows, and it would have looked cuter if I had it a little bit more, but it's fine. It still looks really cute. Again, totally preference of what you guys like.
A sunny days, the sunny days I spent with you in town, walking down that sunny
So the jute cord did end up moving a little bit, but I was able to just readjust it. You can go ahead and glue it down if you like, but I only glued the top and the bottom of the jute cord down to the cone. So now we're going to work on the base. I'm just using these wooden blocks and making sure that they are all lined up together. Then I'm going to use my hot glue to glue them down, and that's pretty much the base of your Christmas tree.
I miss those sunny days I spent with you.
Now that you're done with your base, you're going to go ahead and put a little bit of hot glue underneath your dowel. Then you're going to glue that right into the middle of the base. You want to make sure that you put a good amount because you don't want it to fall off. Then you want to put it on a flat surface and go ahead and set that aside to make sure that it dried. And now you're going to grab your pearl sheets that you can get from the Dollar Tree as well. Then cut that up. Since it's already like a sticker and has adhesive in the back, you can go ahead and put some hot glue to the back of the pearls and then glue it onto the tree. That way you know that it won't fall off and it's secure. did you guys think of this DIY? It's so cute. Focus. I thought it was really cute. I know it's like a little Christmas tree and everything. We're gonna do a lot of Christmas trees in this video if you guys didn't see the thumbnail, but let's go ahead and get started on the second DIY. Alright, so we're gonna grab more of these wooden dowels to make the next DIY. We're gonna grab about 2 of them right now, and we're actually gonna cut it in half by using a handsaw. I just got my handsaw from the Dollar Tree. But anyways, cut it in half. Now I'm gonna go ahead and glue it into a square shape. I know that it's not perfect, but again, you're gonna go ahead and wrap it anyways. You're not gonna see like all these like ends, so don't worry too much about it if it's not perfect. Now that you have your wooden square down, you're going to go ahead and grab 4 of the wooden dowels. Just leave it as is. You don't have to cut it. You're going to make like a teepee shape and you're going to form it together into the center. I don't know if that makes sense, but go ahead and watch the video and it'll be a little bit better to follow along. I know the struggle is real trying to get everything into the middle, but once you get it centered, go ahead and put a good amount of hot glue on the top to make sure that all of them are together. Then you're gonna go ahead and grab your yarn and wrap it around your Christmas tree. So similar to the first DIY, all I did was put a strip of hot glue on the sides of the wooden dowels. That way, when you're wrapping the yarn around the wooden dowels, it would stick. So you don't have to do what I'm doing here. I just thought it would be really cool if I changed up the colors of the yarn for this DIY. You can always just leave it as one color. It's totally up to you. I actually made another one that's just one color as well.
What it means to have growing pains never come out the way you went in the same. Just as diamonds shine.
Alright, so this is what it looks like at the end when it's all wrapped up. Now I have these little pom-poms that I'm going to use as little ornaments around this Christmas tree. You can use whatever pom-poms you have, but I had this laying around from my last DIYs.
Sometimes so painful you can barely survive. Tired from the sleepless nights, you run out of your tears. So what did you guys think of this DIY? It's so freaking cute. I need to learn other words, I know, but look how adorable this looks. I know that I didn't put in the tutorial that I added this jute cord around it, but literally I just like glued a little bit here and then wrapped it around and then wrapped it a few times at the end, and that's all I did. I felt like I needed to put a little bit more character into it. Not saying that it wasn't enough already, but the extra me wanted to add some extraness to this. Let's go ahead and get started on the last DIY. Woo! Okay, and we're back with more of these wooden dowels. Aren't you guys happy that it's only $1 for a whole pack of like a 20 or 10? I forgot what it was. But anyways, you're gonna go ahead and cut this in half using the saw that I got from the Dollar Tree and the sandpaper I got as well. I know it's a little ghetto, but you're just gonna try to make this as like pretty as possible because it is gonna show and you're not gonna be covering this part. So you kind of want to make it a little bit straight at the ends. But yeah, you're just gonna glue it together, making a triangular or a Christmas tree shape out of this wooden dowel. Next step is to grab whatever ribbon you want of your choice. Then you're going to put a little bit of hot glue at the tip of the Christmas tree. You're going to go ahead and wrap it around. Totally your choice on how many wraps you want to do, but for this one, since the material is a little bit more slippery, it's kind of like a satin material, I felt like every wrap I did, I put a little bit of glue at the end just to make sure that it does not move around. Never come out the way you went in the same. Just as
And then for the topper of this Christmas tree, it would have been really cute if I had some wooden stars to put on the top, but I didn't, so I just grabbed one of these wooden beads that I had, and that made my topper for the tree. If you have some wooden stars, use that instead. Okay, for the next step, all I did was just grab the other half of the wooden dowel that I sawed in half, and then I glue that to the bottom of the tree, and that's pretty much your stem for the tree. Alright, so what you're going to do is you're going to make the same exact base like you did in the first DIY. I know, look at that transition. Isn't that awesome? Just kidding. I'm getting there. But anyways, you're going to put a little bit of hot glue right in the middle of your base. Then you're going to stick your Christmas tree through it. Make sure that it does not fall off. Just hold it there for a bit until it dries and then let go. You don't want it to fall over. But there you go. Super fun and easy to make, isn't it? Yeah, this is so simple, but it looks so cute. I love it with the other Christmas trees. I can't wait to like style this in my living room or like my bedroom to add a little bit more holiday feel to it. Alright guys, so that's all the DIYs that I have for you today. Super easy and fun to make, right? And super affordable as well. I hope that you guys recreate one of these or all these DIYs for yourself. And if you guys do, make sure to tag me on Instagram. I'll leave my Instagram and other social medias down below. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and if you guys have any video ideas that you guys like to see me do, comment it down below and I'll check it out. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!